We go first with it's kind of risky. We need 3 or more lands truly to be effective. This is okay. Although the Racketeer boss doesn't have any creatures to work off. Okay, there's one. Okay, so when we cast a Vorinclex, we get a treasure. But that's 8 mana. We don't really want to have these things in our hand, to be honest. At least we have something aggressive to pressure them a bit, because they've got a Planeswalker after all, so... Searching for a Plains, taking quite a while there. Swinging. So next turn we're going to go for Circuitous Route, which gives us +2 lands. Pretty awesome. And then we can even protect the Racketeer boss if they want to kill it for some reason. Which is not entirely impossible. Okay, Inspiring Overseer comes down, draws them a card, gives them some life back as well. So it's going to make it tricky for us to get through. And here we go, guys. More lands, which is exactly what the deck wants to do. You kind of have to be a slave to the mana. This deck. It's strange, really. Because a lot of decks you want to ramp, but also have powerful endgame cards. But I guess with the Etali, you're kind of just throwing it into the wind. Just go whippy and see what you get. Attended Healer comes down to play. We got this Etali as well. I think let's just go for this one first, because this one gives us immediate value. And I can kind of, oh my goodness. That is crazy. A couple of cards we got there. So we get to look in the hand and see what we can get rid of. I think the March, because this is going to be a way to kill our guys. Holy crap. So many things there. So yeah, I think I've successfully fixed the deck. It's one of those kind of rare actually that I feel the deck has failed so hard, but yeah, I really didn't want to release the initial version of this video because it was just so terrible. Winning 1 of 20 games, guys. Okay, so they managed to get another answer anyway, which is a shame, but we can just re-establish our field here. No more kill spells to be seen, so but they do have the March, so who knows what they do next. Taking some time to see what they want to do. So they're going to put a counter on this. And it gains double strike. I don't know why they have to look at all I think. I just don't understand the logic. You can see the cards. You can see the cards, and it's really not that tough. So we're going to take 6. Sure thing. So definitely going to go for the Cobra. We'll go for the Stomping Ground. I don't like losing life against aggro, but... Okay, and then we go for the Vorinclex here. Sweet. So we get double mana next turn. In order to kill this, they're going to have to spend 9 mana. But they can exile white spells from their hand to make this cost 2 less. But even by doing that, they're going to tap down their lands. So it's going to be... It's going to take them a whole turn off to kill the Vorinclex. But I think they might. I mean, they're going to have no cards in hand if they do that, though. 5, 6. So X wants to be 8. So 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have to exile 2 cards to do this. Tap all their mana and not have any mana next turn. A shame that we only have 1 treasure, so we can't protect the Vorinclex. They could go for the Ajani and maybe start making blockers, but this has trample. So let's say they exile all the cards in their hand, right? So that's 6 less. 6, 7, 8. But then they still have to pay 1, so they have 3 mana frozen next turn. So we'll see what they want to do. There's a lot of options. Opponent here begrudging me of any goodness. Okay, doing the maths, thinking of things. Okay. Oh boy. Oh boy. Who knows? I'll tell you what though. Tell you this. If we get to untap with Vorinclex, we get to do some fun things. Like Etali. 2 Etalis. Come on now. Come on! It's really not that hard. It's 2 choices to be made. There we go. Whole hand. Gone. Whole mana base frozen. Fair. And they didn't even attack. Sure. See what we get. This could be the final nail in the coffin, to be honest. Holy moly. And a key to the archive as well. Wow. Demonic Tutor. Crazy. I think we'll get rid of... Oh, wow. This is tough. Get rid of the land. We've got another one. We can add the black now, and then we can just go for the tutor. Or we could keep up. Now, let's go for the tutor now. I'm going to be greedy. And then we'll just get Ulamog. Why not? Let's get Ulamog for next turn. Swing in with just the 3-1 will do. I mean, they can't do anything in the next turn, right? So there's dead. Submit to Etali. Or we could be... See, Ulamog's boring, isn't it? Let's just go for this. There we go. Down to 3. Cool. So now they're going to get a board wipe now, aren't they? They're going to... They're just going to finish us off. Okay. Get an angel, and... Is it farewell? If it's a farewell, they stay in the game. It's an Ajani.
Everything will be fine if we stand together.
Cool. Let's see what we get with the Etali. Let's go, Etali. Killing blow. Alana. Yay! We win! We stopped our losing streak. Yippee! Put more lands in, guys. Well, it's not more lands. It's just more ramp, basically. The deck needed more ramp, but yeah. Here we go. Should be some good videos. Right, okay. I've spent 3 hours iterating this deck, so I hope this goes well. I've had an original build for this deck, but it was just so terrible, and I don't know why, because I've heard people saying that they're sick of facing Etali, and they must have copied someone else's deck list, because my deck list was terrible. My original build of Etali, I had 20 games, and I lost 19. I won 1 out of 20 games, and I must have gone first maybe not many. Less than half of those games I went first, so I don't know what's going on with this general, but it's just, for some reason, certain commanders just have weird things in the algorithm, just stops you from just enjoying it, and it was just not fun, and I lost 3 hours of footage, so I hope you appreciate it. This deck build is a lot more rampy. There's a lot more cards that get lands into the battlefield, especially 2 lands. So Circuitous Route, Invasion of Zendikar, Migration Path, each of those gets 2. Key to the Archive gives you +2 mana. Vorinclex gives you +2 lands to the hand. Oracle of Maldai lets you play 2 lands, so you get the point. Nalia makes your creatures cost 1 less, because all we want to do is get Etali out as quickly as possible. But my goodness, I was not having a very fun time at all. And it's just the way the game is sometimes. But I just hope this goes well. I normally record the deck tech before the footage, but in hindsight, maybe I should record the deck tech after all the footage. But to be honest, it's not normally been that egregious. It was just terrible today. Yeah, 3 hours of footage loss. So I really hope this goes well. Etali is pretty simple. Comes in, you each cast things off the top of your deck for free. Simple. The way to abuse that is with Panamonican. You get 2 triggers. Pretty tough to get double triggers in these colours, but this is the only one I can think of. The powerful stuff at the end game: Ulamog, Great Henge, Vorinclex, and Etali. If you can get these out for free, it's going to be pretty good. There's not too many things at the expensive end, oddly, because you want to be able to cast the rest of your deck. You're hoping just to get some good advantage. Maybe that's why I'm building it wrong, but let's just see if this build works. And I really hope this works out, and I hope you enjoy it either way. Deck list will be in the description below. And don't forget to drop me a like and a sub to show appreciation for my time, because this is my Saturday. Should be enjoying it off, but I thought let's make a quick deck. No, it didn't turn out to be quick. So yeah. Sometimes Magic just isn't fun, but let's just see how it goes. Okay, we're facing Nashi, Moon's Legacy. I've not actually faced this guy before. Seems pretty cool. I think I'm gonna mulligan this. Let me just quickly read. Exile legendary rattle card from your grave and copy it. Okay. In that case, I'll keep it then, because the Clothes can actually deal with graveyards. So I think this is going to be really useful in this match to take care of Nashi's abilities. Racketeer Boss, if this resolves, it's going to be great, because we have 2 creatures, and whenever we play these creatures, we're going to get treasure. Treasure! Fantastic. Pretty cool. Liliana, so that's probably going to sack the boss here.
With the mysteries.
That is a shame. Gonna follow up with the Clothis. Now the annoying part is they're going to make us discard cards, which is not only going to fuel their graveyard but also weaken our hand, and they can just replay it again. This is actually a really brutal card for them to have in the field here. Arcane Signet and a Nashi. Okay. 2, 3. So really lands to exile. We could have actually got something bigger at, but okay, let's go for that. I suppose we can just go for the Veron clicks now anyway. I mean, they're gonna -2, I'm pretty sure. Get 2 forests to hand. I mean, the scary part is they can minus the Liliana, sack the Vorinclex, and then they can just cast it from the graveyard again, which is pretty brutal. Jeez, they're just going to use the Maelstrom Pulse anyway. Okay.
I'm tired of your secrets.
4, 5, 6. So interestingly, we can now just go for the Etali by exiling the land. Or do we want to go for the Panharmonicon first? Let's just go for the Etali. Let's get it out quickly. Let's see if we get some creatures. I think creatures would be good. Oh, no, they got some terrible hits here. Oh, they just quit anyway. They would have actually been in a good situation there, so quitting was actually really stupid. Because the Ancient Grudge would have killed this. But the Liliana could have actually just minus in their turn to get rid of this. And then Nashi could have recast the Liliana, so that was just very hasty. Okay, we get to go first. This is a very, very risky hand because the Ulamog is in it. But we also have the Elvish Mystic. So this should help. This is a tap land though. So it is a bit risky. But hopefully the Mystic stays alive here. So we can do more fun things. Lotus Cobra. Sure. So sadly we are just going to have to cultivate here. But it does mean we get to probably go for the Key to the Archive next turn. But the the Lotus Cobra here is quite problematic, especially in a landfall deck. It's going to give them so much value. If we can get to 10 mana, then none of this should be an issue, to be honest. One more Visionary, so they're going to get the Gitrog monster next turn. Swinging in. Okay, let's go for the key. And... I think we'll go for the Day of Judgment here. And then... maybe discard the Harmonize. It's a bit weird doing that, I suppose, but... I just don't want to be greedy. Like, that's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana, 8. We still 2 off, and also if we kill the key... I don't know. Maybe that was greedy, but I just think the Day of Judgment in this matchup in particular is going to be really good. Whoa, they've got so much mana now. Need each tap for lands as well. Cold Steel Heart. Still not that scared though. Let's just go for the Etali. And yeah, keeping the Ulamog in hand. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see if it pays off. Oh wow, this is fantastic. So, not only do we get a fight mechanic, but we also got Death Touch.
You must be mad to tussle with me.
Veil of Summer. Hexproof from blue and hexproof from black. But that's not how this works. Hexproof doesn't... we're not targeting with the black source. So... yeah, that didn't really pay off, did it? We'll swing in. Down to 17. So they haven't quit yet, so they must have some good reciprocation there. I wonder if they realised how Veil of Summer worked. Gitrog Monster. Spring Bloom Druid. So leaving up the Elvish Mystic to block was actually pretty decent, because now they have to sacrifice the Lotus Cobra if they want to kill the Domri. And Domri is a pretty nice threat because it increases the power and also allows us to fight again in a couple turns. So when the land goes away, they're going to be able to draw on that, which is really powerful. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So if we get a land, we can go for the Ulamog. Actually, saying that, the Domri gives us mana as well, so... goodness, how many lands have they played? So many lands. Topir Stomp gives them another land. Looks like they're ramping a lot. Which makes sense, because Gitrog wants you to sacrifice lands. So they're willing to trade that in. Yeah, I guess. I mean, it's 1 mana here, 1 mana there. It's the same difference. So... sadly... we... yeah, we needed that mana, didn't we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But... hang on a sec. Let's add some mana.
They can only punish you if they catch you.
I could... wait a minute. I can activate this now. Okay. So this is very threatening. They have to block. Otherwise they just die? Yeah, the that was that just came out of nowhere, didn't it? Crazy. We get to go first with a semi-decent hand. We've got 2 ramp spells, draw spell, which I do like. going first with an Etali is actually really, really important as well. Because when you get to ramp first, it's actually a huge difference. Okay. Get 2 more lands. We're ramping really hard here, guys. If you like ramp decks, this could be for you. And a ramp deck actually doesn't have to take too many wildcards, because a lot of the ramp spells are uncommon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, wow, that just goes to show how quick you can potentially get out the Etali. So we would have got the Etali out next turn, as long as we top deck to land. But yeah, it just goes to show going first is so important in this game. So important. Okay, don't like this hand. Gonna mulligan this. And this is, I mean, it's okay, but if there was just a pure storm build with no creatures, I don't know how effective we're gonna be. Think about the Urubras decks is they don't really care about what we're doing. They just want to kill us as quickly as possible. And currently we don't have any ways to actually deal 4 damage in one go. I mean, we can 2-spell it, but that's not very appealing. At least we know our spells can resolve. Hopefully. Okay. Just going to pass, which indicates they probably have a hell of a lot of spells in the hand. Damn. I really wish I got a green source there, but I guess the migration path is going to come out. Mechanized warfare. 2 forests coming in hot. I think we're looking pretty damn good here. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If they have a land destruction spell, that would be annoying, but not much we can do about that. If they do that, though, we can still use Vivian Reed to maybe get a land back. Slowly replenish. Interesting, so they missed out on a land drop, which means it cost them this turn. Signet, okay, we're not looking too bad. We probably just go for Etali there, right? Or do we go for Vivian Reed? Go for Vivian Reed.
Would you like to
Slow
see
them
what's
down a
left of
bit.
Scarlet?
And let's kill the mechanized warfare, because this does... So if this is out,
This is nothing.
when the Urubras gets out, every spell will deal 2 damage, so I just really wanted to slow them down. Okay. Good, so now I feel a lot more confident here.
The wilds are my shield.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so if we go for this, we can go for the Vorinclex. Pretty evil. But we need to do everything to stop it. It's a Praetor face-off. I think our Praetor costs twice as much. And they are just literally locking down their mana here. Yeah, if you ever resolve a Vorinclex, you'll know how painful this is. It is incredibly painful to deal with this. Do they have a spell that deals 6 damage? Or 2 spells, maybe? They're going to shock us. Curious. Okay. So if they've got loads of 1-drops here, 2 damage. Interesting. This is scary. Damn, I'm so happy I got rid of the mechanized warfare there. Because would be panicking quite a bit. I mean, they can still go off quite a bit, to be honest. They can probably kill the Vorinclex now as well. 1 damage to us twice. Jeez. This is ridiculous. I felt relatively safe. +1 first strike, scry 1, okay. So if they flip this, which is now possible, they're going to get to deal 3 damage to each opponent and creature. Okay. Unbelievable. I mean, they have burst through all their cards, though, so... Am I scared? A little bit, but... I don't have they won? I don't know. 15. 8-3. Okay. Now what? Fable. Sure. So they've just spunked their entire hand. Flashback. But even... I could just block it, right? I mean, it's got trample, but... Down to 14, so we are going to have to block this. Trample and first strike. Oh my goodness. Jeez. And then when they flip this, it does 3 damage to us again, so we're down to 4. That is ridiculous. Okay. 3 treasure tokens. So do we just kill the whole field? We're on 4, so we have to, don't we? Yeah, we have to. Then we'll kill off the great work. Jeez. I can't believe they almost killed us in 1 turn. That is really quite crazy, to be honest. Approach? Okay, we might be okay then. Pass turn. And they deal 4 damage to us. If we cast Approach, I think there's nothing they can really do to get back to us. Yeah, Approach was literally top deck of the century there. Go to 11. We could just use Besage You to kill this. Gives them a land. Okay, so... Right, yeah, we almost died in 1 turn to Urabrask. That's, yeah, mad. Mad. So this is a turn they can just go for the Urabrask, but... Okay, escape to the wilds. Definitely just going to kill the Urabrask. Way too good to be alive, and they're probably just going to quit soon. But yeah. It's a pretty close game. Jeez. We'll look out for those Urabrask decks, guys. Did you know that you can help my channel by watching another one of my videos? Go ahead, you know you want to.